Hello friends, in the previous video we have seen 8 strength equations of quarter joint. In this video we will see the ninth strength equation of quarter joint, that is bending failure of quarter in quarter joint. Bending failure of quarter in quarter joint. So now we are going to see how quarter will fail due to bending stress or due to bending. Now we know the force balance of quarter joint. This is a quarter joint. This is quarter in quarter joint. This is the quarter. And this is the center axis of quarter joint. And we know from this side load P is acting, that is from this side spigot touches the quarter. So uniformly distributed load is acting on the quarter from this side. This is the uniformly distributed load P. Now this is diameter D2. This is diameter, spigot diameter D2. Now from this D2 quarter touches the socket collar. Let us assume socket collar is up to here. So at this point on the collar the force is maximum, that is P by 2. You know this P by 2 is balanced on quarter. From this side P by 2, on this side P by 2. So this is uniformly distributed load. So P is maximum here, P by 2. P by 2 is acting on this side, same is there. It is P by 2. Now this diameter is collar diameter of socket. A socket collar diameter, that is maximum diameter in the quarter joint, D4. Now we have to find out bending stress. Bending failure is there, so we have to find out bending stress in this strength equation, that is sigma B. Now we know flexural formula or bending equation, that is M divided by I is equal to sigma B divided by Y is equal to E divided by R. So let us take this only. Now in this equation we require M, requires I, sigma B and Y, and we have to find out finally sigma B. Require bending stress, that is sigma B. So for that M is required, I is required, Y is required. So M means bending moment, maximum bending moment. In this quarter where the maximum bending moment is acting, so at the center point the moment is maximum. So we have to find I want to find the moment, maximum moment at this center point. Now for this we require to convert this uniformly distributed load into point load and this uniformly varying load into point load. Now we know moment at a point from this side, means from top side, is equal to moment at a point from bottom side, means moment at a point from both the sides is equal. So we only require to find out moment from any one side, from top side or from bottom side. So I will find the moment from top side. So I require to take only this much force, that is half force, that is P by 2. So this is uniformly distributed load. So that P by 2 force will act at center of this much distance, at the center of this much distance, and this is uniformly varying load which will act. Suppose this is a height h. Suppose this is a height h. Then this is uniformly varying load. So it will the point load will act at height h by 3 from the base. At height h by 3 from the base. Now I will draw here another diagram which shows loads converted into point loads. So this P by 2 on the top side, P by 2 on the bottom side. So point load of that uniformly distributed load is P by 2. Now this is D2. So this much distance is D2 by 2. Now this force P by 2 will act at the center of this D2 by 2. Means if at this point P by 2. So this is D2 by 2. At the center of D2 by 2, P by 2 force is acting. Now this distance is D2 by 2, half of D2 by 2 means D2 by 4. Now this point load will act at h by 3. Now what is this distance? This is D4, diameter D4. Now this is D4 by 2. Now what is this? D4 by 2. Now what is this? D2 by 2. So what is this? D4 by 2 minus D2 by 2 remains this distance. D4 by 2 minus D2 by 2. That is D4 minus D2 divided by 2. So this distance is D4 minus D2 divided by 2. Now the height of this triangle is D4 minus D2 divided by 2. Now the force will act at h by 3 means D4 minus D2 divided by 2 divided by 3 means on what height? This is D2. So this is D4 minus D2 divided by 6, this distance, and this distance is D2 by 2. Now I will take the moment at this point. At this point the moment is maximum. So m is equal to now I will take the anti-clockwise moment as positive and clockwise moment as negative. So this is clockwise moment, this is anti-clockwise. So I will take anti-clockwise as positive. This load is P by 2. So P by 2 into this distance is D2 by 2 plus D4 minus D2 divided by 6. So P by 2 into D2 by 2 plus this D4 minus D2 divided by D2 divided by 6. Now this is this is clockwise moment. So take a clockwise as negative. So P by 2 into this distance is D2 by 4. So P by 2 into D2 by 4. So P by 2 is common in both terms. Take common P by 2 in bracket D2 by 2 plus D4 minus D2 divided by 6 minus this D2 by 4. So P by 2, let us simplify this. So D2 by 2 minus d2 by 4, that is d2 by 2. d2 by 2 minus d2 by 4 plus d4 by 6 minus d2 by 6. Let us simplify this. So p by 2 into bracket d2 by 2 minus d2 by 4 is d2 by 4 plus minus this d2 by 6, so minus this d2 by 6 plus d4 by 6, so that is equal to p by 2. This d2 by 4, LCM of this is 6 into 4, 24. So 6 d2 minus 4 d2 divided by 24 plus d4 by 6, that is equal to p by 2 into bracket. So 6 minus 4, 2d2 divided by 24 plus d4 by 6. So that is equal to p by 2 into, so this is 12. So d2 by 12 plus d4 by 6. Now LCM of this is 12. So p by 2 into, so I require 12 here. So multiply on numerator and denominator by 2. So d2 plus 2d4 divided by 12. So this is the moment, maximum bending moment. So this m is p by 2 into d2 plus 2d4 divided by 12. Now moment of inertia I of this section. So on the top side the quarter will look like this. So this is the cross section of quarter. Now this is the thickness of quarter and this is the width of quarter, B. Width of quarter is B. Now take a moment on y-axis because force is acting on that x perpendicular to that y-axis. So take a moment at on y-axis. So on y-axis the moment is Tb cube divided by 12. Tb cube divided by 12, and y is b by 2. Y is b by 2. Now use this equation, bending equation. I will write these two expressions here. I is equal to Tb cube divided by 12 and y is equal to b by 2. Now take a bending equation. So m divided by I is equal to sigma b divided by y. We require sigma b. So take sigma b is equal to m. Sigma b is equal to m divided by I into y. So m is p by 2 into d2 plus 2d4 divided by 12 divided by I is Tb cube divided by 12 into y is b by 2. Now 1 b is cancelled, then this 12 get cancelled, this 12 and this 12 get cancelled. Now what is remaining? The remaining p by this 2 into d2 plus 2d4 into 1 by 2 divided by Tb square. Now what is this? Sigma b. So therefore sigma b is equal to this p by 2 into 1 by 2, p by 4 into bracket d2 plus 2d4 divided by, I am writing, so I will write here. So what is sigma b? Now let us see. Sigma b is equal to p by 4 into d2 plus 2d4 divided by Tb square. This is the 9th strength equation in quarter joint. Now in the previous video we have seen 8 strength equations. In this video, we have seen this 9th strength equation, that is a bending failure of quarter joint, quarter in quarter joint. So this the expression for sigma b is p by 4 d2 plus 2d4 divided by tb square. Now in next video, we will see the design procedure of quarter joint. That is, we will see how to design the quarter joint, step by step procedure of design of quarter joint. So subscribe my channel and enjoy my videos. Thank you very much.